Not just any young man, he was a shepherd who had a heart full of faith and courage. David teaches us that even when things seem scary, God is bigger and stronger. Imagine facing a giant like Goliath with nothing but a slingshot and a few stones. Are you ready to hear about David and his giant-sized faith? This story is not just about bravery, it's about trusting in God no matter how big the challenges are. David was a shepherd who took care of fluffy sheep. He spent many days and nights in the fields, protecting his flock from wild animals. He loved God very much and knew that God was always with him. David's faith was his greatest strength, and he often prayed and worshiped God. Even when things got scary, David remembered how big and strong God is. Once he even fought off a lion and a bear to protect his sheep, all because he trusted in God's power. God gave David a lot of courage. This courage wasn't just for fighting wild animals, it was for facing any challenge that came his way. David's story reminds us that with faith, we can overcome any obstacle. So, let's dive deeper into this amazing tale and see how David's faith led him to victory over Goliath. David was a shepherd. He lived in a time when kings and armies fought battles. David's job was to keep the sheep safe. He watched over them and protected them from danger. David was a good shepherd. He was brave and strong. One day, David's father told him to take food to his brothers. David's brothers were soldiers in the Israelite army. They were fighting a war against a mean giant named Goliath. Goliath was a giant. He was not just any giant, but a fearsome warrior who towered over everyone on the battlefield. His presence alone was enough to send shivers down the spines of even the bravest soldiers. He was taller than a tree and very, very strong. Goliath was scary. His armor gleamed in the sunlight, and his weapon was so massive that it seemed impossible for any normal man to lift it. His strength was legendary, and his reputation as an unbeatable warrior was well known. He shouted mean things at the Israelite army, making them afraid to fight. His voice boomed across the battlefield, echoing in the ears of the Israelite soldiers. His taunts were relentless, and his confidence was unshakable. The Israelites felt helpless and demoralized.
"Send someone to fight me!" Goliath's challenge was clear and terrifying. He stood there, daring anyone to come forward and face him in single combat. "If he wins, we will be your slaves." Goliath laid down the terms of the battle, making it clear that the stakes were incredibly high. The fate of the entire Israelite army rested on this one fight. "But if I win, you will be our slaves." The Israelites were faced with a dire choice. The thought of becoming slaves to the Philistines was horrifying, and the pressure was immense.
Can you imagine how scared the Israelites were? They were paralyzed with fear, unable to muster the courage to face such a formidable opponent. The camp was filled with whispers of doubt and despair. Goliath was huge and mean, his every move was intimidating, and his presence was overwhelming. The Israelites could hardly believe that anyone could stand a chance against him. They didn't know what to do. Everyone was afraid of Goliath, everyone except David. David, a young shepherd boy, stood out among the fearful soldiers. He was determined and unafraid, ready to face the giant that everyone else feared. His courage and faith set him apart, and he believed that he could defeat Goliath with the help of his God.
David was a good shepherd and a brave boy. He wasn't scared of Goliath because he knew that God was bigger and stronger. "I will fight Goliath because God is with me."
David took his sling, which was like a special pouch to throw stones. He picked up 5 smooth stones and put them in his pouch. He knew God would help him.
Wow, David was so brave. He wasn't scared of Goliath because he trusted God. Sometimes we might feel scared or worried, just like the Israelites. We might face giants in our lives too. These giants could be anything that makes us afraid, like a bully at school or a scary test. Can you think of any giants you might be facing? What are some things that make you feel afraid?
Even when we face our giants, remember what David taught us. God is bigger and stronger than anything we face. When we trust in God, He gives us courage, just like He gave David courage. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 37, "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." Just like David, a young shepherd boy who faced a giant with nothing but a sling and his faith, we can be brave and trust God. When we feel scared, whether it's because of a big test at school, a new place, or something else that makes us nervous, we can talk to God in prayer. Prayer is our special way of communicating with God, just like David did when he was in the fields watching over his sheep. We can ask him to help us be brave, to give us the courage to face our fears, and to remind us that he is always with us, no matter what. When we look up at the sky or spend time in nature, we can feel God's presence around us, giving us peace and strength. If you want to know more about God and how he helped David become a hero, you can read stories from the Bible with your family. Ask your mom and dad to tell you these amazing stories, or even better, ask them to take you to church where you can learn even more. At church, you can hear about many other heroes from the Bible and learn how they trusted God in difficult times. You can learn all about God's love, his promises, and how he is always there to help us, just like he helped David. You can even act out these stories with your friends, pretending to be heroes like David, and see how fun and inspiring it can be to live with faith. Remember, God is always with you. Whenever you feel alone or scared, just remember that God is by your side, ready to help you be brave. Have a giant-sized faith, just like David did when he faced Goliath. Believe that with God's help, you can overcome any challenge. Goodbye for now, little heroes. Keep trusting God, stay brave, and remember that you are never alone. Thank you for watching this exciting story of David and his incredible bravery and faith. This video is a production of Fola TV and Media Ministry of the Reverend Canon Fola Morenikeji. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new about being brave and trusting in God. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family. It's free to share and use. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others. Your support helps us bring more amazing stories and lessons to kids everywhere. See you next time, and remember to always be brave and trust in God. Hello, heroes! Welcome to another exciting journey through the pages of the Bible. Today we're going on an adventure in the Bible. We're going to explore a story that has inspired countless people for generations. We're going to meet a brave young man named David. David was not